my time right now. It's my time right now. Yeah, it's
Welcome to another episode of East Texas Unfiltered. I'm your host, J. Chad Parker. We talk to a lot of people from Tyler, about Tyler, but today we're really going to talk Tyler. We've got the editor of Tyler Today, Jennifer Moore Gaston. Thank you for being here.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
You know, this magazine has been around since I can remember. When did this publication start?
Fall of 1989.
Were you a part of the magazine then, or is this just something that you got onto later in life?
Well, I was in the first issue. There was an article because I was doing something else, but I came on in 2010.
Okay. So there's a 10, 11-year window from when it starts to when you come into it. When you first come into it in 2010, what job are you filling or taking over when you join?
Sales.
All right. You're in advertising sales.
I was not.
Okay.
The owner called me, Mike Smith, fondly known as Smith.
Yeah.
And he calls on my birthday. And he said, I'm looking for a clone of you. And I was not working at the time and just volunteering. And
Did you know him, though?
so, yes.
I mean,
sorta.
for him to
Yes,
call you up and
yes,
say, hey,
yeah.
I'm looking for a clone, like that's a compliment.
It was. I had done a cystic fibrosis gala event, chaired that. And he was on the board, and I guess that's how we knew each other. And I said, the original is available. How about that? And so I interviewed and started on my birthday. And every time I've gotten a promotion from sales to sales manager to editor, and now I'm editor-in-chief, it's been on my birthday, basically, or the month of my birthday.
Well, advertising sales for the magazine, you'd probably be pretty well qualified because of your exposure and experience with all the nonprofits and all the other things that you've been involved in up to that point, right?
Well, at first I was like, sales? I don't think so. And went home and talked to my husband, John, and he said, oh, give it a try. I mean,
Why
I'll
not?
coach you.
You're not doing
Yeah.
anything anyway.
Yeah. So I'll coach you. And the first year was, it was a learning curve, and it's all about relationships. And
That's what it seems to be.
That's what it boiled down to. And so I just kept writing that out and went from there.
I mean, from 2010 to say 2026, I mean, you've been a part of the magazine. Have you seen the, circulation expand? Is it something that's had dramatic growth, or has it been really slow? Or
Basically, we're what's left. There were many other publications at
Different
this time,
magazines.
different magazines, and we have just continued to grow, and we're at 200 pages plus covers, most issues, which is our max. If we got any bigger, it would cost a fortune to mail.
it would be a book, not a magazine.
Yeah. So we've stuck to that. One of my little nuggets that I didn't really know was going to be a nugget, somebody said, I just want to buy a digital ad. And I thought about it, and I don't know where the words came from, but I said, well, you'll have to buy a print ad also. And I stuck to that. And that's something that I won't say it saved us, but it kind of did, because we have a digital version.
You do online.
But
I've looked.
People want to touch it and feel it. Even when I'll send it to my friends, when the digital version, when it first comes out, and they're like, oh, I want to wait for the hard copy. Okay.
I agree. There's something about having, to physically look at a magazine versus look at it online. It's just not the same.
True.
I can't take it all in either, in the same way that you can in a digital. But, a lot of young people, a lot of other people, I guess that's what they like, right? Some of them.
But thinking of ages, we are like 18 to 99. I know I have a 99-year-old reader.
I bet you do.
She's my neighbor, so.
You're, I was trying to find out, I know that there's a lot of free copies put out of Tyler Today. What's kind of the breakdown, of the magazine between, people that subscribe, people that, get them for free, people that buy them at a grocery store?
We mailed complimentary to all the chamber members.
Okay. When you say any business that is a member of the Chamber of Commerce will get a copy.
Correct.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to join the Chamber of Commerce. It's only $10, and that'll be cheaper than the $19.95 subscription.
And then we have
No.
subscribers, and we have advertisers. I'll mail to them or I'll deliver. A lot of them, they'll get a box of 25. And then we have subscribers all over, coast to coast. Maybe I think there's one in Hawaii, one or two.
People that just want to keep up with Tyler.
Yes.
I found that since I started doing this podcast is that, the interest from people that were born here, it's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
They always say, I'm never coming back when they leave, and they can't wait to get back. And then if they're gone, they miss being here.
Yes.
Does it feel that way?
Yes. And a lot of them that subscribe, I love to hear their story. And my phone numbers, my cell numbers in the magazine.
I
so
saw that.
They call. That's how they find us. And but I love to know, well, what triggered this? And some of them are new to town. Tyler's changed a lot since we were born.
It's changed an awful lot. I mean, the mayor's race is two people that are non-traditionally Tylerites that are in the runoff, right? I mean, that's, the first time in a long, long time that's been the case, right? I mean, that's evidence of the change.
True.
You're the face of the magazine. I mean, we've got one of you when you were on the cover, I guess, when they turned 35.
Yes.
When was that?
2 years ago.
All right, Chris, we got it. Let's look at her. See, she is this beautiful in person as she is on the magazine. I mean, it's not like lights or makeup or are you airbrushed there?
Oh, I'm sure a little bit.
Oh,
a lot of it.
No.
Yes.
All right. You got the same look here today.
I told you I'm wearing the red dress, just like Coca-Cola red. This is Tyler Today red.
All right, that's perfect. So you are kind of the face. People know you. Everybody knows you because you also do ad sales and you're the editor-in-chief, right?
Yes.
I guess you have all the relationships. No one could do it better. I mean, no one has, the ability to sell that you can't sell. Is that why that is?
I don't know that it's that. We're just very local. We're very tied to the community. We've had many salespeople over the years, and God love them. I wish they'd come back and help. But yes, I plan it. I sell the ads.
You're organized too, I bet.
But we have a phenomenal art director, Noel Martin. And we have a great assistant, Wyatt Smith, and he does all the photo pages. But just think about that. That's 3 that put it together. Now
you don't have a lot of staff for this magazine.
Correct. But we have community support. So all of the articles are written by community members.
Like Eddie Clark, we always see one about a home in there every time, right?
Yes, and home. Then we have a home style. I wrote the one for this most recent home style, which was out of my box. I can write. I write like I talk. So it's really casual and comfortable.
I mean, you wrote Daddy a Q&A.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Was that a Father's Day thing, I mean, you obviously have a lot of affection for your father.
Yes.
Right.
And my mother, too. She was in Mother's Day.
Well,
yes.
I didn't see that. But I mean, just knowing, having met your dad, Hayden Moore, right?
Yes.
And my dad and him, knew each other growing up and knew each other at the end of my dad's life. And so, your connection with Tyler, I mean, it's connected to the very symbol, I guess, of the city, the rose, right?
Yes.
I mean, you were the Rose Growers Duchess in the Rose Festival at one point?
Yes, I like to say Duchess of the Rose Growers.
Okay.
My great-grandfather's brother, Pierce Moore, and I just read this last weekend. I was doing a little research in the 50 yearbook of the Rose Festival.
I mean, you're 5th generation.
Yes. They provided roses for the first Rose Festival. And his name was Pierce C. Moore. He was very eclectic. He was married to my Aunt Elizabeth, loved them.
What year was the first Rose Festival? I'm supposed to have
1933 or 2.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have Liz Ballard on closer to the Rose Festival.
Good. Yeah. She'll rattle all this off.
Your dad, was he in the rose business?
Oh, yes. He was 3rd generation rose grower.
Let's see him, Chris. Let's get Hayden, on his
Farmall.
Farmall.
Oh, that's an international harvester, I guess. I don't know. I don't know my tractors, but I love that photo. And, our rose fields are gone, but it's our city emblem and our claim to fame.
Where did
Thank
the rose
goodness.
fields go? I mean, I don't know.
Development. The cost to grow roses, you put your money in the ground. Okay.
Yep.
You put a stick in the ground and hope that the weather's going to be right, that disease
insects.
and all of that works out right. And so he was involved in it his entire life.
I mean, did he retire as a rose grower / farmer type?
He retired from the rose industry in around, I guess, about 88. And he still ranches.
He still
every day.
He likes, but it's good for people to exercise and be active.
Yes.
I always wondered when I saw your bio, why did she go to Dixie Elementary?
Yeah, because Daddy did.
And I didn't know if maybe y'all lived over there where there was land out 64 somewhere or something, that maybe that's why you lived there.
We actually, Dad bought property when he was 18, and it's by 13 Club Lake, and now it's by Loop 49. It's very developed.
Right, yeah.
Growing up, it was the boondocks. I mean,
yeah, that was
way, way out there. We went to town once a week. Think about that.
Yeah.
A friend of mine said, you'd have more dates if you didn't live so far out in the country. And I was like, I like it here. It's really my Eden.
But you got comfortable with the, you got away from the farm and ranch lifestyle during your years. I mean, you and John, your husband, John, which, a lot of people know John, maybe back to the CBS television station days, and then on afterwards at, United Way, right?
Yes.
Let's get a photo of her and John. So, the viewers that don't know, they can have a picture of John in their mind. There's John, in case you've seen him. Very nice fellow, very friendly. And his wife.
He does wear blue jeans too. We both do.
No, I know he does, but I thought that was a good picture of y'all.
It's a great picture. I love that.
Well, let's go back, let's go back early on. You go to Dixie Elementary. Where do you go to junior high?
Let me go back to Dixie for a minute.
All right, tell me
I
about
went
it.
to Dixie because Daddy did, and his daddy did. And that was like a totally independent school district.
Did you live in the district or did you just go there?
No, we were over the line, but it wasn't that far. And Daddy just said, that's where they registered me for first grade.
Nobody said anything.
Nobody said anything. And then when I was in third grade, somebody said something. And so then I went to Rice.
All right. So they kicked you out.
Yes.
You went to Rice. And then after that, you go to Hubbard?
Yes. And I rode the school bus.
All the way from where?
From near Pine Cove.
Yeah.
Out near Pine Cove.
That's a good ride.
Yeah.
I walked to school at Hubbard. My house was like 3 blocks. And then you went to Lee.
I went to Lee.
And you graduated what year?
82.
All right, 1982. Man, the 80s were something, weren't they?
Yes. See, we had the fire at John Tyler, which really brought both of our schools together.
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
I do. I was younger. I think I was in junior high when John Tyler would come over there in the afternoon and go to school.
Yes.
And Lee would go in the morning.
We had to go early.
Yeah.
And then, then you're out by noon. So we all thought we'd go to the lake or do whatever. Daddy said, I think you need to get a job.
Did you get a job?
I did.
You worked in high school?
Yes.
What type of jobs would you hold?
I worked at Cloth World. It was a fabric store. When we moved to the country, I had no playmates, so I was in 4-H. I learned to cook. I learned to sew. All the things I don't do now. I'll be ordering takeout for dinner tonight.
That's a home economics class at your home.
Yes.
Were you an only child?
No, I have a brother, Cleve.
I've never met him, I don't think. And all right, so
he is Mr. Ag Eco.
Oh,
so he went to SFA and studied agronomy. So he could, and one of his options was to do turf at golf courses.
Really?
But he grows loblolly pines for an international tree company.
So he did use that degree from Stephen F.
Yes, unlike his sister.
When you were at Robert E. Lee, you kind of crossed over from the 70s to the 80s, right?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes. We were the last ninth grade class at Hubbard. So we were never low man on totem pole at Lee. So I went in to Lee as a sophomore, and the ninth graders came with us, the freshmen.
yeah, I remember that whole thing because I was the first sixth grader at Hubbard.
Okay.
Which was not good because, I mean, you're basically barely out of elementary school, and then there's eighth graders that are,
Yeah.
that are way more mature, way much older, right? I mean, and I was tall, and people were always messing with me, and it was just like,
Did you have Mrs. Simmons at
sure,
Hubbard?
I had Miss Simmons. I sure did.
I had her for 2 years. I thought, Lord, what are you punishing me for? It was the best thing in my life. I mean, she and as editor, I think of her every day because she taught English, she taught sentence structure. She was amazing.
She was, at the time, I think I probably thought I didn't like her.
Yes.
Because she was all the things I didn't like. She was strict and liked discipline. She controlled her classroom, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, she was a speed reader. I remember one time she showed us how she could speed read, and she, read the whole book in about 25 minutes.
Right. And we thought she was old, but she wasn't.
Yeah, right. I mean, I used to think of her as an old lady because she had gray hair.
Yeah. She was our dad's age.
Miss Kennington was down the way. I don't know if she was there when you were there. I'm trying to think of the other teacher, Miss Hull.
Yes.
Miss Hull was
had her for Algebra 1 and 2. And Algebra 1.
Mr. Calloway.
Yes. I had, so the grade ahead, many of those students were in Algebra 1, and I was scared to death. There were only 3 of us in Algebra 1 that at that time. So I guess that was 8th grade. And sweet Pam Gabriel would sit behind me and punch me, move your arm, so she could see. And I was like, I don't know that I did that right, but I'm trying as hard as I can. I don't like math, but I can do it.
Man, Pam Keck.
You got Pam on.
I am shouting Pam out because she ever watches this, she's going to die because she just texted me the other day when she saw this little soccer commercial I sent her. But she was my babysitter.
You're kidding.
And we laugh about this now. I mean, I'm like, I think there would be law enforcement involved back then. I would tell her to bring her swimsuit, okay? And because we had a pool, and me and my brother were terrible, okay? But I love Pam, and she was the best babysitter ever. But it's so funny that you mentioned Pam Gabriel.
I've known her forever.
And she just got out of the Sweet Gourmet not too long ago. Which I'm sure she's glad about.
Yes.
But y'all are the same age?
You're apart. She's a year older.
Yeah.
And I don't let her forget it.
Pam Gabriel is 63, just so I'll let everybody know.
Hey, I'm very proud of my age.
Okay. I didn't say your age.
I'm 62. And, blessed to have every birthday that I have.
I mean,
and
60's the new 40?
Sure.
I mean, it feels like it, kind of, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So, do you know you go to Texas A&M? Do you know that's where you're going as you're kind of building through high school?
Not really.
I mean,
the counselors really
back then
they would tell you that you're going to be back home soon. There was no confidence in
you wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
Because
I was in National Honor Society, graduated with honors, did all that. I don't know what the deal was then, but anyway,
freedom.
I was pretty determined to get out of Tyler, which is, the exact opposite of what I am now. My mother is Jane Moore, so I'll add her to the story. One of my friends needed to go to summer school to get into A&M, and this is 1982.
Mm-hmm.
So our moms agreed that I was a little sheltered, and so we would go together. So we go down, we get moved in the dorm, have matching everything. Well, it's time to come home for the midpoint of summer. Called my mom and I go, Mother, I don't know how to get home. I don't remember because I followed her there.
Right. I mean, there was no GPS.
No.
If you didn't have a map from the gas station, you were going to have a hard time.
So Daddy gets on the phone. He goes, so you don't know how to get home? I was like, no. He goes, well, why don't you go down to that Texaco where you can get everything you need to drink, smoke, eat, whatever, and buy yourself a map and don't call us till you get home. Yeah. Boom. That was it. And so, I found my way home.
Now, I just want to, contest one thing you said. You said sheltered, and then earlier off camera, you told me that you had dated Todd Hafter in high school, and so I'm just wondering, how those two could possibly be, how that could be true. And I'm not going to say anything else about that, but you did say that you were sheltered.
I did.
Well, you found your way home, and I guess you paid attention on the drive so you could get back.
Yes. Well, because Daddy ranched, we didn't go on vacations. Okay. So we were pretty much, if they went off to go look at some cattle in South Texas or whatever, I was left to stay home and mind the
I mean, y'all probably didn't
ranch.
even go out to eat much either back then, did you?
Yes, we did. We went to all the, staples.
I mean, there weren't many, were
Well,
there?
there was El Toro.
Yeah.
Of course, you went to El Toro.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trying to think. We had Luby's.
we had El
We did
Charles,
have-
we had Luby's, there was Fuller's, there was
Fuller's.
Loggins,
Yes.
and
That was about it.
I'm not sure about the Red Barn or any of that when that came, south,
Yeah.
but there wasn't a whole lot.
No.
So your dad, I mean, he's probably, he didn't teach you, I guess, because you never went anywhere, hey, you might need to get a map when you first go to college.
I figured it out. I got home.
I mean, my kids and people nowadays, they can't believe that. They can just get their phone out and just ask it where to go and it'll tell it. And back then we really had to, get out a map. Get a highlighter and say, hey, am I going to take this road right here or that one?
Right.
A&M's
not hard to get to.
Once you get the basics.
Right. But if it's your first time and going down, I followed my mother's car. That was it. But that was a good experience to go to summer school. Every summer leading up to college, I went to TJC. I was kind of in this early admissions thing that now is a big deal, but it was pretty
easy to get
new.
into, yeah.
Yeah. And so I got English and history and all kinds of things.
All
out
the
of
hard
way.
stuff out of it before you got to College Station,
Uh-huh.
where you embarked on a 4-year career at the Dixie Chicken.
No, I really wasn't a Dixie Chicken fan. I'd like to say I studied Kappa Kappa Gamma, and that's what my parents still think. But
You were in a sorority.
yes,
And, but, the chicken is kind of back in the day. That's what you thought of when you thought about going to College Station, right?
sort of.
I don't know if there were other places or not, but
Well, now it's all built up.
Right.
It's amazing. I just went back for our 50th anniversary of the founding of our chapter. They didn't have sororities at A&M until 76. Okay. And
So
I
you were on the
pledged in
front-
82. And I didn't know until about 10 years ago what a big deal that was.
yeah, you're a founding member almost.
Yeah. I was president's chapter.
Of course. Looking
Yeah.
at your resume, I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were.
Lots of reading there.
And you seem sorority-like to me. You know what
I
I'm saying?
do.
You're refined,
I try.
But Texas A&M, did you enjoy it there?
Yes.
Your major is a little strange for your look. If you wanted to.
So with Ag Eco, which, yes, I do not fit that.
You don't
I
look like
can.
an agricultural economist.
Well, so you could do futures, you could do real estate, you could be a lobbyist and do farm aid, you could do just a plethora of different occupations. You could be a buyer, like one of my classmates is a buyer at Cavender's. So
that doesn't seem like agricultural, economics, but maybe it is.
it's a business degree with an agricultural spin.
Okay. And
It's the best way.
back then, were there things that you were thinking about in that area, or did you just get this idea from someplace?
Cotton Council, that was a big deal, lobbying for farmers and ranchers. And like we said, there are no rose fields now. because of all the development. Now, in this day and age, we're not really rural. How many ranches and farms do you know of around here? Not many.
Carter Gabriel's.
There, yeah.
I mean, somebody like that out
Yes.
there outside of Bullard, Pam's father-in-law.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of, you've got the DeWitts, Vel May,
Mhm.
and them at Keepersall. I mean, that's
Yes.
kind of some.
That is agriculture.
That is,
Yes.
they're growing wine, they're making liquor
Yes.
from products, and they've got cattle, I think.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to get her on the show.
Oh, that'd be great.
But speaking of College Station and development, I had Scott Williams on the show. We released his show last week. Very interesting person, very successful. He's opening a Hobbies in College Station like in the next, I think, few weeks.
It'd be perfect.
I mean, yeah, they can't wait for that. But Scott doesn't do any advertising, I'm sorry to say.
No, he doesn't. I know that.
He reported that on the show. He puts all the money in the food, he says, or the menu. I know. I mean, you seem aggravated by that position, but
No, I mean, there are some people that don't believe in advertising and maybe don't need it. That's up to them.
yeah, I mean, certainly I believe in it. I mean, don't get hurt twice. I've tried to get it out there a few places here.
I've seen a few billboards.
All right. So you graduate. Do you have a job or do you have a career path? When you graduate from A&M?
No, because I came back to Tyler.
Okay. All right. Now, when you say you came back to Tyler, you came back with a degree, diploma in hand?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want you weren't
Yes.
coming back
Oh, no.
just like the counselor at Lee said.
Yes, no. I graduated on my mother's birthday in 1986. And
Was your dad proud?
yes, Dad was proud, but Mother made me walk. That wasn't.
I
a
never
thing.
even showed up
Yeah.
at mine.
Yeah, but I did that for her. It was on her birthday, so there.
Did your dad go to A&M?
No.
Did he like A&M?
He did.
I mean,
it's a conservative.
Right.
Still is.
Still is. It's a great
Yeah.
school. I mean, it's a great school.
It's lots of tradition. John's dad went to A&M.
Mm.
Didn't figure that out for a while.
Was he in the Corps?
He was in the Corps.
I mean,
Everybody was in the Corps
I know.
prior to. So that was in the 30s.
I mean, because it was a military school.
Yes.
Military and agricultural, right?
Mhm. And mechanical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you come back. Is this you just coming back because you love Tyler? So you graduated. You're coming back.
I met someone and got married, but I figured out that I needed a job.
Okay.
And so I went back. All during college, I worked at Mary V's.
Right next to where Dolce Vita is right now.
Yes.
Mary V's is on that far north
Yes.
side.
Yes.
Shout out to
Yes.
Deidre and
Yes.
the girls at Dolce Vita.
Yes.
That's right next to that.
Yes. And then they had Miss V's, which was in Macy's, Foley's, Plaza.
I never knew
down
the
south.
difference.
And it was just all back and forth. If you wanted to take your client down to Mary V's or Miss V's, you could do that. But Vian and Glenhine were lovely to me and allowed me to come home on weekends, holidays, summers, whatever, and go to work. And it was commission.
Yep. I mean,
And,
that's good, right?
Customer service, which serves me well still today with the magazine.
So when, I'm trying to pit this 1986 recession, like where are you on which side of that are you back here coming back to Tyler?
I'm coming back to Tyler and I don't have a job, so that's what I go do.
And what year is that?
That's 86.
Okay, so I mean, did you feel or see anything happen here, like economically? Because I remember people fell on hard times in 86, and it's primarily what was the creation of Tom Mullins, the Tyler Economic Development Council, and the move away from strictly oil and gas.
Yes. Yes, because when oil and gas was down, our whole town suffered, the whole community.
But you were over there killing them at Miss V's.
Yeah, I was selling those dresses.
You and Harley.
Yes.
Harley Hooper.
Yeah, he had the suit club, and
he was Jay Carl's then.
Jay Carl's right down the way. Yeah.
I had him on the show.
Okay.
He told his story about how he came to Tyler and all that. But so you were successful, I bet, as a salesperson.
Yes. And then I went to work for Rick Coker.
I saw
on
that.
Rickety Lane,
The Smile Studio.
which is now where I'm back. Our offices are on Rickety Lane. I was like, could I be on any other street besides Rickety Lane? But went there, worked for Rick. Then I worked for Bill Clyde, whose daughter was Rose Queen, Bill Clyde, the dentist.
Okay.
And I looked at him one day and I said, I think
Can't do
I
that.
got to do something else. And so I went to UT, Tyler, and I went to see a counselor and I said, okay, here's what I've got. And they said, well, you could be a business teacher right now. And I said, okay. They said, the problem is they don't die, they don't retire. They go on and on forever. And I was like, okay, well, that sounds good. I could go on and on forever. They wanted reading teachers because at that time, the testing in Texas was so rigid. And it was also a time when the junior colleges, or I guess colleges period, but TJC had testing. And so I did probably about 18 months, got my reading certification. Did
Before you could ever go to work? I mean, you're actually doing this for 18 months without a job, or you're working at Miss V's?
I substitute taught, which I was good at.
Bet you were. I'd like to have you.
Uh-huh.
Van Halen made a song about you. Remember that song?
No.
Hot for Teacher? Wonder what the teacher's going to look like this year. I can't believe you don't know that. You know that, Chris.
So, and like detention center, they would send me to be the teacher in that.
That's not good.
I was good at it. I was really good at it. So I thought, I can do this. I finished I did my student teaching at John Tyler. That teacher retired. Joan Brooks, who was a wonderful principal, she followed Pinky Baker.
Mm-hmm.
And she called me.
Joel Baker's dad, so we connect the dots for Tyler people.
Yes. And so I interviewed with her, and she said, you got the job. Now, would you like the National Honor Society or the cheerleaders? I said, what do you mean? She said, to be the sponsor. And I said, I don't want the cheerleaders. I'll take the National Honor Society. And so I was the National Honor Society. So I had these reading students who read from 2nd to 7th grade level.
In high school?
In 9th grade, yes.
I'm about to ask you, why is there a reading teacher in high school? I'm assuming that everybody can read by then.
But this was at both schools. This was at John Tyler and this was at Lee.
Yeah, no, I know.
But,
I mean, really, people were that poorly proficient in reading in the 9th grade back then?
Yes. Probably might be some now.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there is now.
They know more about disabilities and...
Well, dyslexia was not well known.
No.
Back then, right? And it greatly affected someone's ability to see and read, right?
Yes. Yes.
So you were probably a great reading teacher?
I was a great reading teacher.
All right. After a while, do you go, this is not for me either?
So I taught for 5 years. And during that time, John Tyler won state. That was great fun to be a part of.
Was.
And the Rose Festival called. And the Rose Museum and said, we are looking for an executive director. Mignon Marsh was moving to ETMC.
Was Mignon in that position?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I've known her too. She's
Henry
married to Bill Adams now, right?
Yes. And so Mignon, it was Henry. There were several, but Henry and then Mignon.
Henry
Bell.
Okay. Now at the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes. And then Mignon and then me. And
there's Tyler's the lead over there.
I did that for about 13 years almost.
Were you in Liz Ballard's position that she's in now?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you're pretty much in charge of the Rose Festival at the Rose Museum, right?
Yes.
I mean,
you do both, and you buy for the gift shop.
I saw you were gift shop, employee of the year on one of these things, right?
I mean, that's just like a little side gig, but it's very important because where else do you go in Tyler to get Tyler souvenirs?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about that when I saw that, and I thought, gift shop? I mean, what is she managing the gift shop about, But it's really a love and a promotion of the city, right? If you take that job, you love this city.
You love the city.
Did you enjoy doing that?
Most of the time.
Well, I know what you're going to say. It's a fun time. People are celebrating. It's a new crop of young people every year. It's a new president. but there's like everything, people complain about stuff.
Mhm.
That's what was the least fun part about the job.
Yes.
What's the primary thing people would complain to you about in that job?
Oh, anything from I don't like where I'm sitting at the coronation to
I'll bet
why aren't the roses blooming to you name it.
Those are old school Tyler complaints there.
Yes.
Hey, I should be in the front row. I'm right. I mean,
Yes.
and they had it at Caldwell Auditorium
Yes.
back then and not the Cowan Center.
I moved it to the Cowan Center.
You were okay. You're the
Mhm.
visionary that did that. Well, it
Well,
needed
it's time.
I mean, it needed that.
Yes. Yes. And they were, welcoming, and it was the right move.
Yeah, because that's plenty of room
Yes.
now.
Yes.
I don't know if I tell you what, you're going to have to do something about that past president's ball. I mean, when you keep giving everybody tickets, I mean, exponentially, have you seen that thing lately?
Yeah.
I mean, I went to it when I was like, man, why would anybody want to go to this party? I said, it's like you took the entire College Station, Kyle Field, and you emptied it at Willowbrook Country Club.
The festival has grown,
I mean,
which is great.
yeah, it is great, but I mean, that, you know what I'm saying? That's awfully crowded.
Go and do a loop through, and we go home.
Yeah.
It's a marathon.
It is a marathon.
Mhm.
All right. So you like that job. You probably were good at it.
Yes.
Because, you seem to have the same energy and positive spirit that I think Liz Ballard has. She hits me like that. Right.
We talk often.
Yeah, I mean, like when I talk to Liz, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think Liz likes me. I feel
She
good about
does.
myself. I mean, she's just so nice.
She loves you.
Well, I don't know
Promise.
only because I buy and sponsor floats for her when she needs it.
Well, that's important. And, that's part of, Liz was at Swans
Yeah.
before she was in this position. And, life is about relationships and selling. So there you go.
She's good at it. I can't tell her no. That's what I can't stand people like that. Where I want to say no, but you can't say no to Liz. So what makes you decide to leave that job? Because we're working our way to, your reign at the Tyler today. But I mean, we're trying to figure out how you get there from here.
Well, Chad, since we're on Unfiltered, I'll just tell it like it is.
All right.
I was fired.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't see that coming?
I did not ask that question. Honest to God.
It's okay.
I mean, I didn't know that. But I'm glad you feel comfortable saying it because, there's so many stories where something bad happens to somebody or they think it does, and it turns out to be lemonade.
It was a blessing. But I love now that I can be involved and engaged. I've been involved with the Rose Festival since I was 5 years old. And especially coming from this rose growing family. So I still love it and love that it's part of our history and all that. So, no, at some point you have to say no and you don't bow and scrape, and I won't say any names.
I get it.
So
I
there's
get
that.
it. That's right.
So then
you're like a football coach who got clipped because they weren't playing somebody's son that lived in the city that was somebody. I mean, that's what happened to you.
It's more complicated, but yeah, that
all right.
works.
But
so
you're a good pivoter.
It stung for a little while.
I'm sure it did.
And I know exactly who was involved, and
let's out them today, and let's start a lynch mob. We're leaving this podcast once you announce that name. Chris, get this on my socials, and we are going to that address. Are they still alive?
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, live and let live. And so moving on.
All right, let's move on.
So I volunteered a lot and got through that. And then Mike Smith calls and I'm looking for a clone of you, and that's where it went.
Okay. So this now explains. Now we jump back to the beginning of this interview. When you were at home with your husband, John, and you were unemployed, and he goes, yeah, you should try it. The reason you were unemployed is because you were unemployed from the museum.
Yeah, from the festival.
From the Rose Festival. Okay.
When you work for the festival, you're dual duty. You do both.
Okay.
There's not a separate person. It's not a volunteer gig. It's work.
All right. Well, that's, the fact that you got fired, that probably says a lot about you, honestly, because I know if my wife was in your job, she would have been fired early on, right? I mean, like she's organized, but she's, and I'm sure somebody got on your everlast nerve And yeah. But anyway, we're glad it happened. I'm glad you got fired. Otherwise, you wouldn't be at Tyler today.
So, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And so, there's the Mike Smith phone call. There's the ad sales. You're a woman who's been connected, with vendors, nonprofits, and all these people from your work at the Rose Festival, right?
Yes.
I mean, you're perfectly suited for this
I
job.
knew these people, and also through John's work, because he was in television
Right.
before that. So I had a lot of those relationships.
At that time, was John still in CBS and television, or had he taken another job?
John was at CBS then.
Okay.
Yes.
I knew him I knew of him then, but I just know of him at United Way. I didn't know if he had any other jobs in between,
He was at KLTV, KTK, Fox, and then CBS. So he's done it all. We are glad we are not in the television business at this point. I'm the media. He's the one with the degree in journalism because he went to University of Missouri. Every once in a while, I'll say, honey, would you proofread this?
Yeah, right. I mean, he could write articles for you, but
He won't.
all right. The magazine. When Mike Smith called, did you really know anything about the magazine? I mean, honestly.
I mean, I knew what it was. I'd been in it. Truly, in their first issue, because I was making Rose Festival costumes. That was one of my skills, too. There was a little story that went along with Rose Festival in the fall of '89.
All right. You're in the first episode. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what you said earlier. And it was, you could make things, clothing.
Yes, but I made Rose Festival costumes for many years.
I mean, you could sew your own clothes. You had a good personality, man. I mean, that's what they used to say. That's a good wife, right? I mean, back in the old days, they would joke.
But when you sew, it makes you a really particular person about structure and buying clothes. So it's really hard. You look at things from
Are
a
you
different
OCD to begin with?
I'm OCD, yes.
And I can tell that the way you put together the magazine, each issue, right? Probably, it's a formula in your mind, right? That has to be done. And if there's a hole and there's no advertiser for this hole, it probably drives you crazy.
It does, but that doesn't happen very often.
Well, right. I'm not assuming you can't get them. I'm saying if there's a hole in anything, you're wanting everything.
Or what are we missing? What else needs to be in the issue? And what else needs to be in the publication period on an ongoing basis? So the ownership, Dominic Smith, Lana Reeves, they have allowed me to run it like I own it, which is so wonderful.
Yeah, that is good.
And valuable. I do ask, it's a lot of responsibility. But years ago, I was looking at Town and Country, which, I love because an out-of-town rep with the Richards Group said, Tyler today is like the Town and Country of East Texas. I was like,
that's a compliment.
I love that. I'll take that and run with it. And so Town and Country always did a philanthropy issue every year. Do you read Town and Country?
No, not any longer.
Okay. So
I used to when my mom had them at the house.
Okay. Well, they do philanthropy, and that spurred me on, and that really got me to tie in our community with. So for all philanthropies, we have, I can't give it away, but we have nonprofit rates.
Nonprofit, right.
Rates.
Yeah, I know. I read that. But are you saying that the Tyler Today magazine did not have a philanthropy aspect as far as advertising or pushing that issue before you took over?
Before I took over, we just gave it away. If you called and...
Hey, I'm with Path.
Yes.
I'd like to have a
Would you cover our event? Or we've got something coming up. Yes, we just did it. But there was so much. So we came up with these affordable nonprofit rates, and it's been great.
Well, there's so many nonprofits in Tyler. There's no way you could let them all have what they wanted, because then all your pages would be full and you would get no money.
Right. There's limited real estate. Yes.
So, how would you categorize Tyler Today from 1989 until 2010 when you got there? What kind of magazine was it? What was in it?
Well, we had a lot more photo pages. I will say that. Everybody likes to see their picture.
You're talking about at the events.
Yes,
know, like
people would take pictures. And
So
then,
and so and so and so, at the Cattle Barons Gala, right?
Yeah.
All of that.
all of that.
People love to see themselves in the magazine.
Yes, and then I'm very OCD, so I wanted to make sure everybody's name was spelled right. And we are only human and make mistakes, so that
If
made
you
me
make a
crazy.
mistake, do people contact you to say it's wrong?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
And I'm very apologetic.
I'm just surprised that
try
people
to
would
fix
call
it.
it. Yeah.
And you know what I can do? I can correct it on the online version,
it.
which is there forever. So that works. But during COVID, got a phone call from the company that managed our photos. Okay. And they said, because it just shut them down. First of all, iPhones. Everybody's taking their own pictures, selfies, and okay. And then COVID hit and there weren't any events. So this company calls us and said, you're one of our top 5 magazines and our customers, and we need to send you all your files. And I'm like, what do you mean? I go, are you going to email him? He goes, no, I'll send you a hard drive. You have more files than anybody. So they came to us with just numbers on them, no information. So we had to catalog all of that. So we do have the archives. It's just complicated.
Okay. When you say you've got the archives, we see if you go to tylertodaymagazine.com, which is your web address. I mean, I'm right. If I say something wrong, correct me. You go there, the online, or you can go back and look at online issues all the way back to 2010.
Yes.
But behind that, you can't.
Right.
We can't. I wanted to look for you in 1989, and I couldn't get back to see that, to see how you looked, see what you were doing. But are you saying you have those as well?
I have them. Yes.
All right. Just know. I mean, it just takes a lot of work to put them online for.
Well, just the technology.
Yeah.
We can't. We just really can't do that. But things were in place, and so the first issue that in 2010, January 2010, we were working on the spring issue, and that is the issue that's online. So everything I've touched at Tyler Today is digitized and it's online.
You kind of brought them into the digital age.
They were working on that before me.
Right. It was obvious they needed to.
Yes.
But as far as the content, you said it was a lot of pictures initially. I'm assuming that's because, there were less advertisers, more pictures.
I think that was just the style of things. I mean, back in the day, you had Be Seen.
The whole thing was Be Seen. I forgot about that magazine.
Weren't you on their cover?
I don't know. Was I?
I don't know.
For what? I mean, why would I be on?
I don't know.
I mean,
I sure wasn't. So.
I mean, was it a law enforcement issue or something? I mean, I'm not sure why I would be on the cover. But I do remember BC. I mean, you jolt things in my memory that I've forgotten about. That's pure Tyler.
Yes.
Because they were hot at one point.
Yes.
Weren't they?
Yes.
I mean, Tyler Today, were they in their shadow a bit?
Well, we were just more established in a different style.
Be Seen was a little more chic, a little more,
splash and having a party and doing that. And I think we were more about covering our community.
You mean articles about individuals that lived here? Well,
and more stories, not
like what kind of story? What's a story y'all?
Earl Campbell.
Right,
we've done him a few times.
Right. I mean, he's a good story.
Yes, great story. And he's done different things, and we continue to cover him annually with the Earl Campbell Awards.
Because you mean the award show at Willowbrook, the Earl Campbell Award?
Which is now at W.T. Brookshire.
Okay. But, there is a...
Yes.
So, it feels like you built the magazine around what I will call the Tyler calendar.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sharp, aren't I?
Yeah. You are.
I'm thinking, okay, Rose Festival's got to be one part of it.
Rose Festival.
Azalea Trail's got to be another. I imagine Mistletoe and Magic finds its way somewhere in there.
Yes, Cattle Barons.
Cattle Barons. Cattle Barons doesn't seem to me to be as hot as it was back in the day. Am I right or wrong?
Well, did you know it's moving back to town this year?
Man, I haven't been. I don't know what happened with Cattle Barons. It's like, that was the thing when it first got here,
Uh-huh.
and then it seemed like it just kind of, I don't know where it went.
Well, there's so much to do in Tyler that there's only so many people
I
to do
know.
it, and
It went
and all
way out
that.
to the racetrack. It was at Ken Thrillkill's ranch, Harry Leatherwood's place. It's been all over the place.
So another Hayden story. Susie Rippey and I chaired in 2015, and we worked on it 2 years before that. And I said, Daddy, can we have it at our place? And he said, let me think about it, which I knew meant no.
He was just trying to maybe make you
Well,
go.
he was being sweet. And so but I knew that meant no. And so a couple of weeks later, he said,
No.
my hay meadow will never recover in my lifetime.
Mhm.
Okay. So that was in 2015. We moved it indoors to Harvey Convention Center because I am OCD and I did not want it to rain on my parade in the pasture or otherwise.
I like that better.
It was so cool. We had Dwight Yoakam. We had tents. It was just
I
a
like an
three-ring
indoor
circus.
cattle barons because, June is sometimes the worst time.
It's bad.
Hot.
It rained for 5 minutes right before it started, and then that was the end of it. But that was great. So and we had it there for 2 years. Dwight Yoakam, Vince Gill.
Those were good.
Yeah. Well, we raised a lot of money. You really have to get out and work it. It was a job. I still had a full-time job with Tyler today. Susie volunteered every day. That was what she got up and did. And she would say, Jennifer, go get money. And so I was kind of the seller.
Go get money. Go get a donation, a sponsor, somebody, right?
Yeah.
And that was easier, I would think, than it is now because the 501s in Tyler have absolutely exploded, right? I mean, there are so many charities that did not exist when I was, when I first even came back to town in 1993,
Mhm.
right? I mean,
Right.
the demands for dollars.
The need for all of them is so important.
Yeah, it's really tough. I don't know if Tyler's just extra generous place to live.
It is.
People seem to, people seem to give, and there's a lot of charities that, get given to.
Mhm.
And I don't know what the total dollar is for all of these that collect money each year, but it's probably a very large number.
Just the United Way alone,
Right.
who supports
About
numerous
30 of them.
agencies.
Yeah.
Yes. But for cattle barons, this could be a great year to turn things around, bringing it back indoors.
Are you involved?
No, I retired 2 years ago.
Okay, good.
I worked on it.
Glad I don't have to get involved then.
Yeah.
Since
okay.
you're out.
Okay.
But it's indoors when? Is it coming up?
June 27th.
Okay. And where are they having it this year?
The W.T. Brookshire Conference Center.
Wow. You think that's big enough? Does it seem like that place is as big as it needs to be? I've been to a couple of events, including Mistletoe, and it seemed like, we're going to outgrow that place. Maybe.
Well, maybe they can add on.
Maybe they can
I
add
don't
on.
know. It's just it's different. Let's just say that.
Now,
It's different configuration than what we were used to.
That's right.
It's got change. There's so much capacity to have some outdoor aspects to it with that beautiful lawn that goes towards Front Street.
It's very efficient, though. It's
Yes.
it's laid out as about as smart as you can lay out that amount of space.
Yes.
And as you say, there is a lot of room to work around, tents outside. And it's just like the Rose Parade, for instance.
Yes.
The way, and shout out to David Dial, for
Yes.
finally getting a bar and some drinks and some fun, for the parade, right? The tent that they set
the
up.
tent's the best.
Isn't
My
that-
favorite part.
Right. I just donate a little to the Rose Festival so I can get a parade VIP.
And you have
ticket.
a float, right?
Well, yeah, Liz will give me some tickets because of that. But
Okay.
yeah. But I just thought that was that worked out really well.
Yes, it did. So
Uh-huh.
I've done events at both Harvey, the old Harvey.
Harvey Hall.
I had the last event.
I was an escort.
Yes.
There.
And then, but you had to work so hard to decorate it. You had to drape the walls. You had to really do a lot to make it pretty
Yeah.
and then turn that AC on.
You could have gone to the Oil Palace.
yes, a couple
That
of
was
years
hard,
they did
too.
that. And it was fun. That worked. But I think that there's still some things to work out. I was advisor to Kelly Fitzpatrick Armstrong and Jamie Fitzpatrick when they did the Symphony Ball. And that was the first event at WT, and their dad was the architect. So I was like, hey, that was for Symphony League. And I was like, okay, who else would be better than these two to chair it? And Lana Adams with Willowbrook helped, and we figured it out. Because you got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. Well, I mean, you started somewhere with Tyler Today in 2010, and you've moved us forward. And how do you think the magazine's changed? What have you done other than sell ads and get people to write stories? I mean, has the magazine changed at all, or is it evolving?
Well, despite what some people might say to me.
Okay, not me.
Not you. I'm really trying to involve our entire community, all walks of life, diversity, new to Tyler. I mean, this is not the Tyler we were born into. It's a much better place.
Where are you getting it? Do you get pushback from changing it to including everybody, or do you get pushback for not having more people that are traditionally not in that magazine included in it?
A little bit of both.
All right. I can see that. I can see that where some people say, hey, I look in there, I don't see anything about, maybe a Hispanic Heritage Month or something like that, right? Because the demographics of the city are now 35% Hispanic, and the traditional numbers for everybody else are, either decreasing or close to the same, right? That's a different Tyler from 1980.
Right. So I try to do broad strokes, but I'm trying to be as inclusive and engaged as I possibly can.
Right. And it's a tough job. And I want people to sympathize with you, so I'll say it instead of you. When you operate something that was traditionally at a higher social end in Tyler, Texas, then you have people that aren't as willing to change the magazine, just like they want their good seats, lest they complain, right? I mean,
so I just listen and smile, and
that's what you do
the best I can. But I love when people have a suggestion for a story. That's why my phone number and my emails on many pages in the magazine. And so I get a lot of input, and I take it. A gentleman that had moved to Tyler, maybe from Austin or San Antonio, I have to think, said, it kind of all runs together. You need some division. You need an intro page. And so we added that. And then, like I said, my art director is phenomenal, Noel Martin. And a couple of years ago, we were going in for the February-March issue, and he said, we're going to do a new layout. And I said, okay, you got a plan? He said, yes. I said, show me. And he showed me, and I was like, let's do it. And he may say this next year, let's shake things up a little bit.
That's okay.
But to be really clean, I think it's readability is important, that it's clean, that it's easy for somebody who needs glasses like us to be able to read it.
Are you talking about the size of the font?
Size of the font.
You're signaling older people are reading this.
Yes. It needs to be engaging.
Not too long. The articles don't need to be so long.
They don't need to be so long. So they're usually 2 pages. For Father's Day and Mother's Day this year, I had really in-depth features on really special people.
That was your
longer.
parents?
No.
Oh.
For Mother's Day, we did Kara Story, who had a very traumatic childbirth.
Oh, no.
A year ago. And then Jeff Noblet, who is the Vice President of Marketing and Communications at UT Tyler, and new to Tyler, lived all over.
He has a son with disabilities.
Yeah.
I saw that article.
Yes.
Yeah.
Recently been in a movie called Outcome with Keanu Reeves.
Who, he was or the...
Nick.
The Sun? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Went to New York for the premiere. And I've just enjoyed his wife, Natalie, and Jeff, getting to know them and working with them. I work with UT a lot. I mean, they have the back cover as long as they want it.
Who, UT?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're pretty solid and they'll probably still be in business. So that's probably a good move on your part.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, the magazine itself is a bi-monthly magazine.
Yes.
That means you have a, kind of like a December, January.
Yes.
February, March, all the way through, right?
Yes.
So if we think about that, like I'm like you, I think, in the sense that I see things and I say, okay, we know what our calendar for Tyler's going to be. We know what's going to be in these issues every year. So we've then got to fill the rest of the material.
Yes.
You probably have some advertisers that advertise, I don't know, every episode or issue.
Every edition. And then some are,
periodic.
They do the home. They do home improvement in February, March, and then they do this June, July because it's got the TABA Parade of Homes.
I was about to say that. You get a times 2 on the Parade of Homes, don't you?
Yeah.
Because it happens twice a year.
Yes. And no, it's just one.
Oh, I thought there was
There's an East Texas Parade of Homes that's more Longview based.
Oh, I don't know why I thought there was parade happened more than once, like a small one in the fall. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think that's Longview or somebody.
All right. Well, I'll ask Libby.
Ask Libby. We love Longview, but we're really primarily Tyler today.
Right, the magazine.
We stay in our lane. We don't venture over there very much.
You've only got 200 pages.
Yeah. Yeah. So we do have these set things, but I need it to be fresh every year and have new content and to be quite honest with you, Chad, the sales come because we put out a quality product.
Right. People want to advertise in your magazine.
Yes.
So that's the easy part you're saying.
Yes.
And sometimes
it's still hard, but yes, it's a quality product. And so I feel like when someone calls and hassles with me, I'm like, if you don't.
You mean about the price?
Yeah. We haven't raised our prices since we went from 4 times to 6 times, which nearly did me in, but it's all good.
You mean from complaints or finance?
It was hard to go from doing 4 issues a year to then 6 issues a year.
Did you do that to generate more revenue for the magazine?
No, it was really, the premise was we've got so much to cover.
Yeah, you couldn't get it all in.
Couldn't get it all in.
4 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, let's plug the magazine now at least. Chris, would you put up the subscription and let her talk about, 30% of the people actually pay and have a subscription to Tyler Today of your 100% pie, right?
Yeah.
Now, I've seen these. They're commonly in the magazines themselves. If you pick up a free one, you can take this out. But also, this is online and you can print it out.
But we're not so high tech. We've had issues with, we wanted to have where you could go online and do your subscription.
I know. That's what I was going to say. It doesn't look like you've gotten there yet.
It doesn't work well.
All right. So the best way, if someone wants to get a subscription, which is, it's as simple as this. It's $19.95 for a year. For 2 years, it's like $39.95. 3 years, it's like $49.95. And obviously, there's a little bit better deal the longer you get a subscription.
Sure.
But I mean, do people normally just mail in a check? I mean, or put it on a credit card? How do they normally subscribe?
Oh, they call me because my phone number's on there, and they call me and we talk and we take it from there. And then they'll say, "Oh, I should give a gift to my daughter or my son that lives, here or there." Or people from out of town will call, and I don't even know how they find us, to be quite honest with you, but lots of gift subscriptions.
Yeah, I mean, we see that as a give a gift subscription, which is a great idea. And, I never thought about it as much until I read that and heard you say that, that everybody who has, kids and family that are out, they should give them a subscription, right?
Yeah.
Because you can kind of see what's happening. So, I mean, you're kind of like you said, you're the only game in town in the magazine world anymore.
There's a couple of others.
I mean, I don't even know them. But okay.
I'll be sweet.
Life and Land.
Life and Land is our brother publication.
Okay, I saw that one. That's kind of
Yeah.
a new thing.
It is. It's outdoorsy, and I do a few sales for that, but I don't write or do anything for that. I could, Miss Ag Eco,
Yeah, I
there
mean,
you go.
right. I mean, I'm sure you could contribute something to wildlife or, hunting or something like that.
Don't hunt. But yes,
Yeah.
so while Life and Land is related to Tyler Today, we're under the same roof. But
All right, just like this graphic shows, it shows 6 because you have 6. Like you said, y'all went from 4 to 6.
Mhm.
Now the covers, how are the covers chosen each issue?
Well, that's kind of my gig.
Editor in chief.
It is for sale. I do have a phone call or two every once in a while. Can I buy that?
Really?
Really?
I never thought about that. Hey, I need to get on the cover of Tyler Today, Chris. I mean,
It's got a comment in it. So, yeah. Well, so February, March is our spring edition. So it's always got something.
what's the
upcoming.
theme? Yeah, what's the theme of 1 through 6? Let's go through
Okay,
them.
so the first issue is Home Improvement. That's February, March. Home Improvement, Azalea Trail. I'm thinking.
You don't have to
I
get
need
them
my
all.
sheet.
I mean,
Okay,
they're
and then do you see the tiger? No, that's a
Caldwell,
jaguar.
Caldwell Zoo.
So Caldwell Zoo pretty much has us. I've got them locked in for that issue
Each year,
Yeah, because there's so much to do. I'm also on that board.
do they promote the zoo kind of at that point in time for any reason, like the coming summer,
Yeah.
or is that related?
That's usually a great cover story, and to talk about the conservation and what's going on at the zoo and why you as an adult, the kid, should come out and go see what's going on at the zoo.
Wait, I'm a founding.
You are a founding member.
I am a founding. Did
Yeah.
you see that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I mean, don't be lecturing me about it now.
I'm on the foundation board and also on the Caldwell Zoo Inc. board, and Carrie Caton and I just are gung ho.
Carrie Caton.
Yeah,
Oh, I used to take her to school. You mean Carrie Smith?
Carrie Caton Smith.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, that zoo is amazing for a city like ours.
it's a treasure.
I mean, if you go out there, I mean, it'll blow you away.
Mhm.
And you can see why it can't be free anymore.
No,
Right? I mean, that was
no.
unrealistic for what it's become.
It
When-
was truly a gift from DK Caldwell, but long term, and that's why now we have donor circles where everyone can support and give and be a part of it.
Well, yeah, and I don't know what it costs to run, but they charge,
A lot.
yeah, I mean, it looks like it.
Yes. And the latest part, Amazon River's Edge, just the water filtration alone would blow your mind. Just what it took to get that part of it done. So the current issue of Tyler Today is about the architectural aspect and what it took to build Amazon River's Edge, because it's fascinating. And see, I had that tie into the TAVA Parade of Homes, kind of a little architecture going on there.
But that's what an editor-in-chief does, right, is try to draw connections between stories and other things on the calendar,
Yes.
as well as advertisers who are somehow peripheral to those issues.
Yes.
I mean,
You caught on.
I mean,
Good job.
I
Yes.
mean, if you need me, I mean, all right.
So then June, July
We
is
got the school.
graduation, Father's Day, TABA Parade of Homes, and Cattle Barons. August, September will be Fall Planner, some Rose Festival in that as well. Then we get into more Rose Festival. Now this year, the October, November issue will be the 100th anniversary of TJC. So it's a big TJC focus.
Instead of the Rose Festival.
Well, the Rose Festival is going to have August, September.
Okay, that's why y'all are going preview of Rose Festival instead of afterwards.
Yes.
Now TJC, because 100 years, that's
big.
That's a big, long time,
Uh-huh.
and it's a big junior college. I mean, the enrollment's I think 12,000. It's I mean, I don't know. Is that the largest junior college or one of them in the country?
It has to be one in Texas for sure. And, just think how long that's affected our community.
Yeah.
And what I like to think about TJC is those students that go there with depending on what they're doing, they're staying here.
Yeah, many of them are.
Yeah.
I mean, many of them, if they came from outside somewhere and went to TJC, a lot of them try to stay here and seek employment here, right? They don't go back to a much smaller place.
Right. And I think UT is moving in that direction too, especially with the medical school. Hopefully, those students will stay here.
I mean, that's what their desire, I think, was, right?
Yes. I'm involved in that board too.
I mean, what board aren't you on?
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm trying to get off.
I mean, these aren't paying gigs either.
No.
And so, that's a lot of time. You seem.
But it helps you be engaged. I mean, I learn. I never leave a board meeting that I don't pick up something and I think, oh, that would be a great story, or we need to be involved with that.
You have either incredible stamina or incredible patience, or both.
Both.
I see you in these pictures at every event in Tyler today, and those are all charitable board functions. I mean, everything from United Way to the Silent Path, TJC. I mean, your calendar is. I mean, I guess John's down with this program.
He's good. We'll walk in a room and kind of divide and conquer because it's good for both of us.
That's right.
Yeah,
because the United Way, and I should give John a plug because the United Way is something, and I didn't quite understand it until a couple of years ago, honestly. But it's an organization that gathers funds and then sends them out to about 30 or 40 or which are many of them are the ones that and that you think are good. And it might be a great way if people don't know who to give to and they want to give to somebody and know that it goes many places good. The United Way might be a great place to give.
Exactly.
I mean, because I was always like, well, why give it to them when you just could give it to them, But on the other hand, there are different needs each year that different charities probably have. And then I think they kind of apply to the United Way in some form to tell them why they need stuff. And that process leads to,
They're doing allocations right now with the money that was raised. And then another thing they have that people don't really know about, it's called 211. So you're in Tyler and you've got a problem and you don't have housing or you don't have... you can't pay the rent. You need help.
It's kind of like, it reminds me of PATH. I didn't know that they had this.
Yes. And so 211 is funded through the state, but it's under the umbrella of the United Way. And so you just call them and there's someone there to answer your call and tell you where to get help, direct you to PATH, direct you to the East Texas Food Bank, tell you where to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's not stuff that's given by the United Way, but it's an information source. Since they're familiar with most of the services that people in need would need,
yes,
they're able to direct them maybe directly in a quick, efficient manner, right?
Yes.
So if anybody watches this and somebody tells them, hey, I'm having trouble, I'm about to get evicted or whatever, I can
abuse, like for the East Texas Crisis Center. There's just
the Crisis Center. What happened to them? I remember that used to be big when I can remember it when I was in high school, and my parents and doctors' wives. Remember all that? Mm-hmm. And then I just never heard from them much after that. And I've been looking for them, and I kind of see them.
They had a change in leadership, and now they're still on it, and I'm on their advisory board. Mm. So they're still, because that's so important.
Which one are you not on?
I don't know.
I'm going to bring them on so I won't get hit up for a donation. I'm calling the one you're not on. But that's vintage Tyler. Like you said, you mentioned Carrie. People that love Tyler, they give a lot back, and some people criticize half of that glass as, oh, you're just into these social and these things, but they don't realize the actual impact that it has for a lot of people who need some help.
Yes.
I mean, I was kind of a cynic, honestly, when I was younger, like, I don't know if I want to be involved in all that, that kind of attitude.
Right. Because your parents were and you wanted to go.
I mean, but I think philanthropy is good, and I do my best to try to be involved as much as I can, and I encourage other people to to get over the mental hurdle that is, hey, whatever I'm doing, it's not really going to matter, and that's not true, right? I mean,
everything matters, and just your involvement, and just like us talking today, maybe someone will hear about the East Texas Crisis Center or the East Texas Food Bank or the United Way or whatever, and it might be a little nudge. And that's why that philanthropy issue started, and that is in December, January. Yes.
Is it dedicated solely to philanthropy, or most of it, or what?
No, also have wedding, and because Thanksgiving and Christmas is a good time to,
I thought June was the big wedding month.
Well, but you have to plan. You got to say, will you marry me first?
Oh, you're saying around that time.
Around that time, people are planning. So we have a little wedding planner section, and we also have retirement. Don't know how that fit in exactly.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is it, these sections, because you can highlight like wedding planners, bridal shops, right? I mean, they all kind of fit in an advertiser, but it seems like a perfect marriage because they're helping you, but you're also helping them.
Yes.
I mean, right? It's not like
we have 90,000 readers. I mean, who wouldn't want to get in front of them?
Yeah, that is a big audience, especially an audience that, like your phone, you can't scroll away from if you've got this on your coffee table or in your hands.
And let me say this to everyone watching. If you haven't gotten your copy of Tyler Today, or you don't know about Tyler Today, and you're at the doctor's office,
just take it.
No, don't. No. Don't take that one. Call me. I'll give you a complimentary copy. You can subscribe.
Take that card.
You can read it online. Take the card. Write down the website, whatever. But we put it out there because Tyler grows every day when everyone comes from the outlying areas to go to the doctors, to go to the salons.
Some say it swells to 250,000 plus each day just from the traffic of people working, visiting, doctors, and everything, right?
Yes.
I mean, you should encourage people more, I guess, to give this as a birthday present. Add this as a present to a present because it's not that much, right?
No.
I need to subscribe, don't I?
Are you done? Do you not get the magazine?
I don't know if I get it. I used to get it, but I don't know if...
Okay.
I mean, you've dropped me like a hot potato.
Wrong.
I took a break from advertising one time, and I was persona non grata over at Tyler Today.
You were writing. You want to write again?
I'll always help you.
Okay.
I'll always help you. In any way you ask me, I'll do it.
Thank you. Same here.
That's
why I'm here today. I was like worried and dreading, and oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And this is fun.
It's not bad, is it? It's
No.
not hard. It's easy to have a conversation with interesting people about what they do in and around Tyler, because I think other people are starting to get interested too, and you're interesting. Certainly, you've done everything you can do in Tyler. You're running the biggest magazine that we have. I don't imagine anybody could ever come into contention or take you over at this point.
I wouldn't try it, but
look, the relationships with the advertisers, the 90,000, the circulation that you talk about, it's going to be tough for that magazine not to, live on.
But so that one went to print. Here comes another one, and you start all over.
How fast is the transition between magazines out and we got to start working on the next magazine?
The June-July issue came out on June 2nd, which is perfect timing.
Do you usually get them out like a day or two after the month starts?
Hopefully.
Unless it's a weekend.
Praying it. Yes. Sometimes it's a little bit before, but usually right around the 1st.
Do you post the online version the same time that you do the magazine itself?
It's actually out before.
All right. Where do you get all these printed?
In Dallas. I've had so many contact me and say, well, we're in Minnesota or we're in,
that could be
California or whatever. And I'm like, no, thank you. We have an incredible printer in Dallas and we love him and we talk to him. We have a relationship. Okay. And they work with us. We have ice storms. We have a couple issues ago, I was ill and I said, I need 48 more hours. Just slice it in here. I really needed a week, but 48 hours was perfect. And then we have a mailing company. out of Dallas that
will mail them directly to the subscribers.
Yes.
Because you're not doing that from your home.
No, we can't. No.
Yeah, that's
a lot. But then when it comes in, when the mailing company brings it to Tyler, we all load our cars up and hit the road. We stock Brookshire's, Fresh, Barnes & Noble.
Those three
are the staples.
We know you can go in there and buy one at those three places.
Yes.
Are there any other places that you have a place like that where people, if they show up, they can buy it?
No.
All Brookshire's?
Our office.
No, your office. Brooks. Yeah. When you say Brookshire's, do you mean Fresh Brookshire's? Do you also mean Super One?
No.
Okay.
Brookshire's has been very generous to work with us.
Just giving you space to
they
present
give us
them.
Space, and we split the profits, split it right down the middle.
From what
$3.95, they get half.
Okay.
Same with Barnes & Noble.
Do you order, for each issue, do you order like the same amount? Do you, or have you
I bump up
felt
for
a rhythm?
June, July.
Like I want 60,000 this time, and next time I need 80,000 for June. Or is it like that?
For June, we have to order an extra 1,000 for cattle barons and Parade homes. Because then I go to Libby, and Libby lets us deliver to them, and then the builders pick them up and take them to their Parade homes. And then cattle barons, they'll be in the swag bags for the attendees there.
That's good. You're using other people to be your distribution.
Yes, need all the help we can get.
Well, that would be difficult just to get them in and then have to get them out. It would be a perfect world. There'd be all subscribers paid.
Yes.
That
would be ideal. But
that's the goal.
That's not where we make our money. That's just a little bonus. That's how we've got to get them out there.
You make your money in the advertising that people buy to be in the magazine.
Yes. And I'm going to say something about Mike Smith that goes back. We have never been a free publication because you value something that you pay for.
Yeah, that's true.
So a lot of the other publications have been free, but our prices remain the same, $3.95.
I never advertised in the Thrifty Nickel. Wasn't that free?
I think it was, yeah. You
you remember that?
Stack, yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, you could pick those up. They were just free,
Yeah.
Well, have you seen, I guess the subscribers, you'd like to have them, but it's really not, it really doesn't move the needle for the magazine, does it?
No.
It's really advertising
Except
price.
It's exposure.
Yeah, right.
And then social media. Now,
do you do any social media?
Yes, I'm the social media queen too.
You got a Tyler Today, Facebook or Instagram?
Tyler Today, Facebook and Instagram, and I manage those. And, I just learned to do that.
Yeah, because for us older people, that was not second nature.
No.
I
didn't touch it till 2010.
There's a girl from Texas A&M, student, that does my, I'll send her like a picture of me and I'll say something funny, and she posts everything on Instagram and Facebook. And you do all that?
I do.
I guess you just remind people, hey, we've got an issue coming out. And if there's a special story or a person being featured, you go, hey, and by the way, we've got so-and-so.
And I may post their story, like Father's Day, I'll do a little something there, and holidays. And so, we have 12,000 followers.
Does Tyler Today ever host any events for itself or where it promotes itself or has some kind of...
We did our 25th anniversary at Rick's downtown, and it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work. And
I've got it.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a party at my house, and we'll have Tyler Today there, but it's going to be the podcast guest for the entire year. So I thought it'd be fun, and I'll pay for the bar and the food, so you don't have to do anything.
I'll bring a photographer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We'll just kind of we'll put ourselves in the magazine in the pictures.
Let's do it. That sounds like a great
that's
plan.
the way I'm going to get in. I don't want to have to go to a charitable event to get photographed.
But you go. You're involved. You're cutting yourself short.
Well, what I do actually is I donate a lot more than I go. I'm just not I'm not a hand slapper You know what I'm saying at these things? But I do really believe in supporting and donating. I don't enjoy that much. You know what I mean? I'm a little too rambunctious for most of that crowd, I think.
My favorite place is home.
Yeah, I mean, I love my house. I mean, I really do. And I like to be at home, and I like to be with my wife. And, it's kind of like, thank God my kids are gone.
You did well. You got them grown.
But the magazine I think it's a great job you have in a way because, number one, if you love it, it's not work.
Right.
But it's unrelenting.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
it's kind of 24/7.
That's what I'm getting at. I mean, it's like, you've never finished an issue because another one is already starting from what you've said.
Yes. And I'm working on, I have people who call me about December.
Let's talk about that. I wrote that down somewhere that you had, you got your cell phone on there and people will call in and they can submit a resume if they had a special talent and you would consider it directly, right?
Yes, although we're not hiring right now.
No, I'm not trying to fill up the inbox on resumes. But what I was getting to is the story ideas.
Mm-hmm.
That you do ask for that sincerely.
I do.
And tell me some of the story ideas that you've actually gotten where you've actually, turned that into part of an issue.
The neatest thing over the years, I was at a Christus fundraiser. They have this, what's it
The Women's Fund?
It's part of the Women's Fund. It's their series of parties.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 6 of them, and you donate and you get to pick which ones you go to.
Yes. So I was at one of those and I met this lady and she had written a book on Camp Tyler. Did you go to Camp Tyler?
I think all of us did. I mean, I thought I spent the night at Camp Tyler when I went to elementary school or at Hubbard or something where, you'd go out there.
So Patricia Wells wrote a book. And so we're talking and I said, well, that's really neat. And so looked at her and I said, would you write an article about your book and then we could promote the book? And that became Authors Among Us, which is one of my most popular features in every issue.
It's in every issue.
Sometimes 2 or 3. It just depends.
How do you get authors that are among us to that many authors all the time? Have they written something or just people?
They've written something.
I mean,
they've written a book.
How do you find them? Is there that many people?
Kind of crazy. So Byers Joseph, remember Mrs. Joseph's Catering?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Byers sent me an invitation to go to a book launch for Carol Abraham's book about her father and his journey during World War II. And I called Byers and I said, well, I can't go to that. I'll be in deadline. Oh, come on. It'll be, fun. It was going to be at the Village Creamery. And I said, no, I have a better idea, but I don't know Carol. Can you connect me with Carol? That's the late Chris Abraham's sister. And she said, yes. And I said, okay. So got Carol, talked her into it, the power of persuasion to write a brief article about her book. And then I put it in. I had added a little, you can't use that America 250 logo thing. So I created our own celebrating America's 250th anniversary thing.
I didn't know that.
So we have that in this June-July issue. And so I have Carol's book featured in that. And then Patricia Wells writes a lot. She's very...
Can you find enough authors of books from around here to continually fill that every issue?
Yes.
I mean, that's hard to believe. How do you source or know about,
They find me.
So there's people constantly, well, that's good.
Except for, like Byers, that was just a fluke.
Right, that was a fluke.
Wow.
I mean, but people will want their book to become known and read, and you're a good source for literary people to submit those ideas.
So that's a favorite feature that just kind of was created, kind of like the philanthropy.
Do people send, like feel-good stories or something that's happen to somebody, I mean, how many submissions do you generally get every 2-month period of time? Is it a lot or not very many?
No, it's a lot. It's pretty much.
I've got some ideas I want to submit,
Okay.
Chris. I mean,
Okay, let me ask you, do you know Dr. Lisa Lowry, dermatologist, retired dermatologist?
no, I don't know her.
Well, she was my dermatologist, and we were talking. She loves photography, and she was getting ready to retire, and she was blogging. And I said, could you turn that into articles? And she said
Sure,
yes.
yeah, sure you can.
So she does it for fun, I think, and because she's my friend. So that's a nice piece for health.
Oh, she writes it on health?
Mhm.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
I mean, word on the street is, we're up for, Blue City stuff coming our way.
Yes.
So that's going to be announced, I think. I mean, I'm breaking news here, but I think there's Smitty Root.
Yes.
And they're,
I'm working with them, and they will have an article moving forward.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think that starts in August.
trying to get a little healthier,
Yes,
the city. Probably a good idea.
because we're not.
A lot of people are not. You're right. I mean, and some of them are just habits, right?
Yes.
I mean, you just chips, fries, fried food, too much, right? I mean,
But I went to those presentations, and that was eye-opening.
supposedly Fort Worth did it, and it's impressive. And we have to qualify, though.
Yes.
I don't know if can we
qualify, and will the community support it? So I'm going to do my part to help promote by having Christy and Smitty.
I'm having
Right.
Smitty on the show. Somebody's
Good.
they've already connected me with her, and I've
Okay.
already texted her, and I was waiting. We were, of course, waiting until we actually qualify.
Yeah.
Before we can have a show. But I mean, do you see the magazine? Is it a formula that you think works pretty well, that you've kind of got it figured out, or is there much for it to evolve to or change?
I think just like Tyler, we should always be evolving and changing and getting better, and
because
open to great ideas.
The format's good. I mean, the changes would just be the content of the articles, the people who are featured, the diversity of the groups that are also talked about and shown at events that they are at, right?
Yes.
And that's hard if you don't know where they are. And nobody's telling you there's an event, right? I mean, that's a challenge in and of itself that's not intentional.
True.
Because, there's only you and a couple other guys over at Tyler Today.
Yes. So we have a couple of freelance photographers, and then there's a couple of agencies in town that will work with the Women's Fund, and they'll do their photography. And so, yeah, they come without names.
Right.
That's the trick.
Yes.
I want the names to be correct.
Well, what you're saying is you get some help, some, free help, some people that are like-minded, supportive of what you're doing, and the people that are doing inside the magazine, right? There's help there.
Yes. I mean, the list of contributing photographers and contributing writers changes each issue.
Okay, so you don't have any permanent. I mean, I say Eddie Clark because every time
Eddie's always Eddie.
I open up every
has
time
a column.
I see him every time. Is he
Eddie.
every time?
He is.
What about old Pat Wheeler in the barbecue circuit?
I haven't heard from Pat in a while.
Yeah, hit it where they mow.
Yeah.
Wheels, Pat Wheeler. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder about him.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him, but he was on a roll. He was writing and great stuff.
Anybody else writing? I mean, right now.
Lisa Lowry. There's a series of, like, TJC has an article in every issue.
Every issue?
Every issue.
What do they highlight? And why do you think they do that? Other than just to remind people that they're out there, everybody knows they're there.
Well, there's great human interest stories of some of their students who've gone on to do great things, or they're doing something local, or, I mean...
It just promotes the university?
It promotes them. UT, the Hibbs business
Is that
school.
Billy and Tisa? Or his dad?
This is within the college. There's someone who writes about
the
business
Hibbs.
trends. Yes, that is the Hibbs.
That's the Hibbs.
That's Tisa and Billy.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that.
Mhm.
I looked through the magazine, of course.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm going to make sure
no,
you
look,
have copies.
I looked through it and I didn't really enjoy it. No, of course I'm kidding. Um, you know, one of the questions I thought I was going to ask you now, I think I know the answer. Could you ever anticipate a day when you didn't have a paper copy?
No.
I mean, I know that.
No.
I know. Before you and I started talking, I thought, well, I wonder if this thing is going to go online, just full online.
I think didn't Sports Illustrated do that and had to go back to print?
I think so.
It's just not a good model, especially for a community publication, which is that's what we are.
That is what you are. I mean, the name Tyler Today, was that the name in '89 that it started with?
Yes.
I mean, whoever thought of that, Tyler Today, that was...
The logo has changed, the masthead, the way it looks, and we can change the color of that on every issue. But pretty much Tyler Today Red is like Coca-Cola Red.
Yeah, 35 years. That's pretty good for a magazine, especially into the year 2026.
Yes.
I mean, because
look at D Magazine is thriving. I don't read it like I used to. Texas Monthly is a very different. It's just very different than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten a little bit more political, a little bit more progressive in its politics, a little less about, a barbecue place in Tyler, right? I mean, like it kind of used to be those stories.
Yes. And we don't delve into the politics.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's obvious. If you open up a Tyler Today, if you're running from watching the news because it's aggravating to watch, then if you run to a Tyler Today magazine, you don't have that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, let's show the old, because you think about the newspaper.
Yes.
You have outrun the newspaper.
Sort of.
Right? I mean, here's an old figure, a blast from the past.
That's my former classmate, Nelson Clyde. Right. And I love this picture. We had fun with it. This was at the Earl Campbell Awards. And he's got an archived copy of Earl Campbell. And I don't know what year that was, but this is before I came in 2010 for sure. And he's coming to, I think, get Earl to sign it.
Well, I'm looking at the font. Obviously, the Tyler Today, that is not the same look as today.
Correct.
But, not to say anything about Nelson and them, but it's maybe a sign of the times, the newspaper, either couldn't make it, didn't make it, got sold. It's still alive, right? Mm-hmm. But as far as an advertiser, you seem to be way out competing them.
Yes.
I mean, like, I don't think I've ever advertised in the Tyler paper.
You've advertised with me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. When you're talking about hierarchies of, TV, radio, print, right? I mean, there's, streaming, there's a lot of different options now, right?
But the world has changed. And like I told you, I said no to a digital ad without a print ad. And that's what I think was a difference maker.
Would it really hurt you? I guess I haven't thought through that. I guess you could worry that people could migrate to the digital ads, shrink the ability to produce a paper copy over time.
Maybe.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If everybody was calling it, hey, I don't want one in the paper, I want a digital ad. And then you look up and it's hard to fill this thing, right? And then it kills this thing.
It could. I think that may be what has happened with other publications across the nation. I mean, they're just thin.
They are thin.
200 plus covers, that's good.
Have you ever picked up a People magazine compared to the old days? It's a lot thinner,
different.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot thinner.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the picture of her. I like looking at her on the board. Health Fall Plans Texas Rose Festival was at least that episode is what I'm getting at.
Yes.
health, I guess, is usually it's a story like your writer you mentioned.
So
Well-
it's a whole section. So that particular issue has a health guide, and it's got a high concentration, a whole section on health.
Like what kind of things? Is it about diet and nutrition? Is it about, exercise?
It varies. Last year, there was a story on Flynn Chiropractic and how
I
he
saw that.
started from nothing and could, I think he was walking up and down Old Jacksonville with a sign, call this number. But he's been successful and grown his business. So that was part of that.
He's broken into the market, no pun intended,
Yeah.
as a chiropractor.
I went to him.
Yeah.
He had a seminar on migraines, and I showed up along with everyone else in the media, and only 2 of us had migraines. But I've been a faithful client of his for years.
I know him. David Flynn and Blake Carroll both have, they have treated clients of mine.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, and, in the chiropractic world, there are, it's just like anything else. I mean, there are perceived to be higher ends of the practitioners, right?
Mhm.
And David and Flynn Chiropractic is, kind of at the top end of those people that want to go into an environment that seems, nice.
Mhm.
And the doctor seems to be, knowledgeable, right? I mean, that's how I'd just to give David a little something there. I think people
Absolutely.
would agree with me on that.
Yes. But he has gotten me out of a ditch or two when I've had a migraine for days. I don't have those right now.
Has artificial intelligence made its way into your production processes to this point?
It's trying to, because some people who send in an article, my art director can tell immediately.
Yeah, like
it's
that's
AI.
not
Even just by
the way it talks.
bulleted, if it's just from the intro on.
Have you gotten on ChatGPT, Claude, or any of those and looked and typed in stuff, just to kind of see what it does?
Yeah, have you done yourself?
Yeah, thankfully I showed up good, and they're like, "Mr. Don't Get Hurt Twice," a prominent Tyler lawyer. I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
I mean, the guys who large language modeled this, did me a solid.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know it was scary when I did it. Though. I was like, "What is it going to say?"
Somebody said do that, and I was like, really? I need to keep it away from Tyler today as long as possible and just be mindful. And I know when someone does submit that, I just ask them, could you work on that a little bit?
But what about graphics, and efficiencies there? Do you see that? Like, I'm not saying writing the articles. I'm saying maybe creating, some type of pictorial expression that AI can do, to kind of go with a story or to enhance it,
yes.
I just,
We have opted not to do that.
No,
but
you don't have to.
There, yeah, I don't have to.
You don't have to do it to compete.
I want real people and real pictures. I don't
and real words.
and real words. And on occasion you need a stock photo to represent something because there is nothing. But I'm getting some ads that have more AI to them. So
you have to look, but an AI ad from somebody else, I guess that doesn't really matter. I mean, because they're paying and maybe they're a home builder and they've got this home that looks great, or they're a dentist or, whatever. I mean, because the trades, the home builders seem to be, they're always in there. Mm-hmm. Aren't they?
Yes.
And then you have a dining guide, so the restaurants are kind of always in.
And that's kind of gotten a little boost. When Rick's sold,
yes,
because he had been with us since the very beginning, Rick Eltoff.
Yeah, he had always advertised.
And he called me and he said, "I didn't mean to run in this issue." And I said, "Well, it's too late, Rick. I'm sorry. We've gone to print. It's out. There's the bill." And he said, "Well, I'm not going to do it anymore." And I said, "Okay, well, I'm sorry." And then that hurt me. But
he was selling.
He sold, and so I need to get the new Ricks back in. But we have Bruno's and Dakota's and Code at High Hill Farm.
I know. I need to have her on the show. I do.
Keep her soul.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I mean, there's a lot of restaurants. I mean, I don't know Did I ever see Bernard's in there in the
They
past?
used to be in there.
Did I ever see Prime 102 in there?
Yes.
I thought, I mean, because, I don't know what's in the latest edition, but there's a lot of magazines. I mean, there's a lot of restaurants, and I don't know if they all advertise or not in Tyler.
Steve always wanted to did not want to be in the dining guide. He wanted to stand out and have a full page ad or do his own thing. So
yeah, because the dining guide, everybody's just kind of together. But I mean,
but if you're here and visiting and you're in a hotel, because we fill the hotels up with magazines,
right, where
can I go? And what's local? I mean, you want local.
That's right. And, you bring up a good point that I think gets lost. If you sit down in a hotel room and you pick up your cell phone and you type in, what are the 10 best restaurants in Tyler? It is total BS what comes up.
Really? I haven't done that.
Yeah, it's like that restaurant is not one of the best restaurants in Tyler, right? I mean, that starts showing up. And so, at least you've got a little more you got a little more credibility with the restaurants that you mentioned that are in there.
Yeah.
You probably would like more to advertise.
Well, sure.
But you don't have any pages left.
I'm really, and it varies. So the next issue will have heavier on the health.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention that, what do you call it? Coat? Because that restaurant is underappreciated.
Yes.
Right. I mean, my wife, she really likes that place. And, it's just it's the travel, right? You got to get out there. But I mean, if you stay,
you can spend the night.
It's gotten a lot nicer, hasn't it?
It's wonderful. And Sharon and Jason Romano,
they're the owners.
They're the owners. And I met them through Chamber of Commerce.
They're from Dallas.
Yes. And invited them. The first date we had together as couples, they were our guests for the symphony ball. And Sharon's like, what? And so, but that's how we met, and love her dearly.
I mean, that's a crazy story. They just up and bought some property out at ARP and built a, field of dreams. Like, hey, if you build it, they will come kind of mentality, right?
Yes.
And I think they added residential and a golf course or half of one, or I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about that. I need to go see.
Yeah, you're not really supporting your vendors.
Well, I do support them. Love them. They are great. We featured one of their homes, because some of their homes have permanent residents.
Yeah.
And some of them are like a family owns it, but they'll rent it out for certain times of the year.
That's called an Airbnb.
It's nice Airbnb.
Right.
Wonderful amenities.
Nobody advertises that in your magazine, do they?
I do have one.
Really?
It's Lake Palestine.
Must be a nice property.
It is. And she wasn't in this issue. She's waiting for the next one. So, yeah.
I don't see liquor stores in there.
No.
I'm surprised that in the competition, since, Tyler is, they call it moist, right? You sell beer and wine, but that's what they call it.
Yeah.
And, but the liquor is all, it's a Coffee City, Winona. I'm surprised that there's not some vendor there.
Yeah.
But I guess you're so busy, you can't call on them.
I don't get out and
Fat
call
Dogs is national.
Like I used to. Yeah.
You got to get somebody in ad sales. You must not need it.
I'd love to have someone in ad sales, but it's tough to learn, and you just got to have the right personality.
Yeah, because no doesn't mean no in that business.
No, and no does not mean no to you. It just means no right now. You cannot take it personally. John taught me that, because I would come home pretty much in tears sometimes my first year of sales.
I know.
And he was like, no, don't take it personal. It's...
Bonnie Varner, she taught me that.
Yes.
She said, Chad, no just means no right now. Not next time or never, just right now.
Yeah. True.
When you run a nonprofit, you have to ask for money but you really kind of intersect with all of those people.
Yeah.
Do you talk to them all the time? Are you constantly,
lots of emails and lots of texting. Everyone is so busy, and I would love to talk to people more. even though I don't like to talk on the phone that much, but I would like to talk to them more. But for like Alzheimer's Alliance, I did their Butterfly Hope Luncheon a couple of times. I chaired that. And,
You chaired it,
yes.
which, for us people that aren't highbrow, we don't understand how you chair a benefit or whatever. What do you do? Plan it,
You plan
set it up?
They already had Joan London as the speaker.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So you plan the menu and you get a committee and you work through it. So yes, I've chaired pretty much everything I want to chair.
People, you talked about, you get criticism sometimes, and we've talked about what those have been. But what about compliments? People tell you the thing that they like the most or like the most about the magazine. What would that be?
Well, God rest her soul, and Carolyn Bain. Do you remember Carolyn?
What, Bruce Bain's mother? Jerry Bain's?
No.
Oh, no, the realtor?
David Bain.
The realtor.
Carolyn Bain.
Oh, yeah.
She would take a page and cut it out and send it and like, I love this article, or this was a great editor letter.
That makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Makes you feel great. And I mean, snail mail still exists, and I get a lot of notes at my house. People just take time to write a note. It's a lost art, but I love that.
And just tell you, hey, I like that, or I like this, or because other than, writers, special stories, what else is there in there? And then the photographs of the events that have taken place in that 2-month window. That's pretty much, that's the formula, right?
Yes.
And those are nonprofits or teach educational kind of things. And then you get your stories, and then some of those stories are centered around the Tyler calendar.
Yes.
And that's pretty much the magazine, right?
Yeah, and we have business.
And
Scott Martinez writes an article.
He does?
Yeah.
I saw him last night at Prime 102. He and I both ate a steak by ourselves, side by side.
at the corner bar?
At the corner bar. Yeah. He's been on the show, and he's a real, he's a real benefit to Tyler. People if they don't know who he is and what he's doing, did they advertise too? I don't know.
No,
they don't have a lot of extra money.
No, I work with the chamber, and that's kind of under the chamber umbrella.
Do they advertise the chamber?
We
swap,
collaborate, because they share their list, and I mail copies to their membership, and so it's kind of so I give them an article.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, it's a good way to, kind of get those businesses that are a member of the Chamber of Commerce thinking about, well, maybe one day they want to advertise them and put something about their business in there.
Yes. I mean, that's hitting the right people, the decision makers.
Right. Those are the businesses that make money, that are in business. Hey, here's an advertising opportunity.
Right. Yeah.
Your advertising opportunities for people who watch this that might have a business, or is this something that you can do for one issue, or is it generally a commitment beyond, a year? I mean, how do you sell it?
I'll work with anybody. Right. So they're everything. So nonprofit rates start at $455 and go up from there. And then I guess our most expensive ad is $3,000.
And the most expensive ad for Tyler today would be what?
The back cover.
Okay. So this is where UT Tyler has landed and is going to be there.
I think so. I think
6 times 3 is 18,000.
And I have really another great relationship story. Do you have time?
Sure. We got yeah.
So this ties into, doing the philanthropy thing. So Bethesda asked me to be a cake decorator.
That's a nonprofit that helps people with dental and health care, kind of on a what you can afford to pay as you go.
Yes, you're the underinsured, the working
people that don't have health insurance. That's
yes.
right.
And so I was a cake decorator many moons ago. And J.B. Smith and Barbara Bass were the auctioneers. J.B. was being J.B., and
he's been on the show.
I know. He's my friend.
He's actually a certified auctioneer.
Yes. But I wasn't sure what he was going to say. And so I got up and I sort of just took the microphone and let Barbara talk a little bit. And JB just kind of looked at me. But I threw in an ad in Tyler Today along with my cake because they auction them. Okay. And in one of the cakes was a Rolex or a certificate for a Rolex. Okay. Probably not the real watch.
What? A
Yeah.
Rolex?
Yeah. That's,
Where, from Susan Robinson?
yes.
I mean, because I don't know. They were the only Rolex dealer prior to Susan selling that
Yes.
to
Yeah. So
Huff.
it's to Cindy and Blake. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's been a while, but Chris Ewart, who's a retired attorney,
He is.
bought my cake. And he pulled me aside and he said, I'm going to take the cake, but I don't need the ad. I just closed the deal on the BMW dealership. Go down the street and go see Jim Teeter. Introduce yourself. I said, okay. So I went to Village Bakery.
You didn't know Jim.
I didn't know Jim. Jim didn't know me.
I mean, I thought y'all were best friends the first time I saw y'all together when because he's in every issue.
Well, it started because Chris Ewart bought my cake at Bethesda. And he gave the ad. He told me, go give the ad to Jim.
And let him use it to advertise.
Let him use it to advertise. And so I walked in, introduced myself. I had, he was here, but his family, Missy and
They
the
weren't here
kids,
yet.
They were in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And I took him Village Bakery gingerbread cookies because it was around Christmas time. He remembers that I was sick, probably strep or walking pneumonia or something. And I was staying back. But that started a beautiful friendship between his family and John and I. And we've bought some cars there. And he hasn't missed an issue.
No, I've never opened one and not seen him in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I wondered, boy, he's really big on that Tyler Today.
And he didn't know the community and would ask me regarding nonprofits, what should I do? And I would be like, well, you should go and attend and then decide.
Yeah, he's bounced around. I'm actually, I talked to him,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say quite a lot, but periodically. And he's been big in certain things.
Uh-huh.
And I think he's tried to integrate and be a good member of the community buying the dealership like he had.
Yeah.
But Tyler Today's a good place to start if you're, selling a higher end product,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
I mean, if you're reading this, maybe you can buy a BMW.
Well, but here's the deal. So you don't have to buy the magazine. You can be at the doctor's office. And I know people who have been at the doctor's office and made phone calls based on what they've read. I love it when an article says, for more information, call blah, blah, blah. Well, they know where they read it. They'll say, I'm sitting here in the waiting room at the hospital. I have a loved one in surgery or whatever. Can you tell me more about this? I get a lot of feedback in that regard.
You can't be answering your own phone surely all the time. I mean, because your number's in there.
I am.
I mean, you have to let it ring or leave a voicemail.
I answer it. I'd rather talk when it rings than, unless it's 2 a.m. I'm, not Henry Louis Chevrolet. So.
I'll meet you there if it's 2 a.m. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that way I'm connecting. I don't want to be sitting at my desk waiting on the phone to ring. I'm not doing business if I'm sitting at my desk. I need to be out and about.
Well, the publishing company, the ladies that, let you run it like you own it, I mean, they seem to have a real gem. They have they're lucky to have you. It's apparent to me talking to you.
Thank you. And I'm lucky to have them and that they, it's a mutual respect. So I really appreciate that. So I'm not going to, this is, I've had a few gigs over the years from teaching to Rose Festival. And
you're in this for the long haul.
As long as I can do it. Yeah.
Well, Tyler's a special place, and you and I both probably agree on that.
For sure.
The magazine has a special place in Tyler, and it seems like it could be one of the few things that doesn't respond to technology and stays around, right?
I hope so.
This is almost like if El Charles was still open.
Exactly.
I mean, there's an echo of El Charles in Manny's, but there's nothing like the old El Charles, was there?
No. You want a John story about El Toro?
Yeah, I mean, you want an underage drinking story about Chad?
I know there's a few of those. Oh my gosh. John asked me to marry, so 50-year-old bachelor, okay? And I'm divorced and damaged.
Do we have John here in the tux? Just so we can,
Okay.
we're going to go out of this podcast in a bang with the two lovebirds and the story about,
We are lovebirds. He knew more than I did, but he asked me to marry him on our third date.
Third.
Third.
Had y'all known each other a long time before that?
We had worked together because NBC KTK did a cause marketing campaign to sell advertising for the Rose Festival. And talk about didn't like their seats. He
didn't like his seats.
He told me that some of his clients did not, they wanted better seats for him. And I was like, okay. So we knew each other through that. But, he was dating the 25-year-old anchor at the time, too.
He was?
He was.
I mean, was that violation of company policy?
No, I don't know. Who knows? But
sorry, John.
So that was 25 years ago.
Yeah, no, statute of limitations is run. He doesn't work there anymore. It's okay.
So he asked me to marry him on the third date. And I was like, oh my gosh.
This guy moves fast.
And he wanted to move to Boston.
Oh my gosh.
I said,
you should have been suspicious there.
I'm going to stay in Tyler because my family's here.
For course. Yeah. I mean, you only know this guy 3 dates.
So we didn't. That didn't, and we dated on and off, and he picked me up one night to go to the El Toro on 5th and the Loop, and we we're going to look at Christmas lights, and there was a big ice storm coming, and he opened the door to his 1965 Mercedes. He had an old vintage car. That went when we got married, of course.
AC didn't work very good,
No, it didn't, and I was so afraid I was going to wreck it, And I said, the answer is yes. And he said, what's the question? I forgot what the question was. And I just looked at him. And so the ice storm came 2 days later, put a ring on my finger. He said, I got to go ask your dad. So he asked my dad, and my dad said yes. He said, but she's got to be good to you too.
Yeah, that's right. You need to be.
And so,
because you're not spoiled, but you look spoiled.
I'm not spoiled.
I know. I know you.
Yeah.
If somebody looked at you and go, man, I bet this lady is high maintenance, right? But you're not at all.
No.
You're just put together well, like people that are high maintenance.
I try. I've got all my appointments. When your schedule's this busy, you have, your appointments for your haircut all the way through the year.
You're a breadwinner. You're a big breadwinner in that family.
Well, but he's still working.
No, I know he is. Yeah. You guys are, a power couple, right? And Tyler.
Some have said that. I don't know. I guess that's a good thing.
Okay.
We love this community.
I know you do. And 3 dates, and then you're getting married. And then how quickly does the marriage come? Because you guys, are not trying to burn daylight on this.
So this is December 12th, 13th, and 14th. Okay. Ask, ice storm, ring. And he said, let's get married New Year's Eve.
A few days later?
Uh-huh.
John. And John doesn't look like, the gambler that story sounds like.
So, but he said, when you know, you know.
I guess he was right. It's been over 25 years.
Yes. And my mother said to him, John, and his parents had passed. And my mom said, you need to have a wedding. So we got married on March 17th at the chapel at Marvin. And that was my grandparents' anniversary date, wedding date.
So you didn't get married in New Year's Eve. You pushed it off.
I was probably, thinking about the next.
You could have gone down to the courthouse.
Yeah,
you could have flown off to the Bahamas. I think I did that once. But that's a good. I think that that's a good story to end on. I think. I mean, you've been a wonderful guest, and I know people. They feel like they know you because they see you, and a lot of people do know you because of everything you've done. And I've known you, and I'm just glad to be able to bring out your story and let more people hear it, so that maybe they focus on the magazine and support the magazine more going forward than they did last year.
That'd be great.
Thank you for being here, Jennifer.
Thank you.